Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to say thank you so much for all my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching my content, thank you for liking, thank you for just being a part of this family. Now in today's video, we want to look at how sometimes we have to leave our comfort zone in order to accomplish the financial goals that we have set out for our lives. Balancing one's financial responsibility can be very challenging at times when there's an obvious disparity between cost of living and salary. So many individuals are just financially stressed. Why? Now here's the thing. While rent, food, utilities, and just about everything that's needed for survival has been increasing, salary remains the same. Now, if you look at it this way, if last year you were taking home $100,000 monthly for your salary, and this year you're earning the same money, yet all your expenses have been increasing, then in my opinion, you're earning less than you were last year. And so the things that you were able to do with your money, you're not able to do it this year. Then there are those who are forced to take a pay cut just to stay employed. Now it's like there's a constant struggle to survive. And so it forces some of them to rely on friends, families, and sometimes even the government for support. For others, any attempt to get a second job, a salary increase, or even change their job to one that they can earn something more has just not been successful. And any attempt at saving proves futile. It's as though everything that they have tried is just not working in their favor. Like many persons, I have had my share of trying just about everything. I cannot count the number of resumes that I have personally delivered to so many institutions right after graduation because, of course, I have a bachelor's degree now. Can you afford to pay me? Can you even afford me?
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Well, as it turned out, I cannot even remember getting a letter to say, well, we're sorry, we have no vacancy at this time. Nothing. I guess my resume went into file 13. So I was mostly in the studio doing jingles, what we call TV ads or radio ads, sometimes working on person's album doing background vocals. And at other times, I would maybe get a call to do a few concerts, but nothing that was stable and consistent. And even though the salary was somewhat good, you weren't always paid immediately, especially for ads. You have to wait sometimes months before you get that. And because it wasn't something that was reliable and I know it was coming in every week, I couldn't survive on that. I was not financially stable at all doing that job. Sometimes we have mapped out a path that we expect our lives to take to get us to that financial goal. But we keep trying, we keep going down that path and nothing is happening. All the result is zero, nothing. We can't continue along that path. We have to try something else. Sometimes it will require us to step outside the box, step out of your comfort zone in order to achieve this goal. And so for me, the opportunity came to move to Japan and I maximized on it. When I decided to leave the comfort of my home, it wasn't an easy decision. I had to decide what I was willing to give up in order to go after my dreams. But I wanted financial stability so bad that I was willing to step out into uncharted waters, into the unknown, and passionately pursue my goals. Now, moving to Japan, there were some things that I put in place before I got here. So when I moved to Japan, there were some steps that I took in order to achieve my financial goals. Now, the first one I decided to do was to save coin. Now, in my research about the country, I found out that 500 yen was in the form of coins. I was so excited because I was already envisioning how quickly I could save up a lot of money just from coins. And so in no time, I was saving my 500 yen. Then I started to save 100 and then 50. I was able to buy my bed from saving coins. I did my first vacation around Japan from saving my coins as well. And even when I go to supermarket or groceries or corner store or just shopping wherever, even if I have a load of coin in my purse, I am not going to use it to pay my bill. I don't care if my bill is 150 yen. Best believe I'm going to change my 10,000 or 5,000 or 1,000 yen to pay that bill, because in my mind I am going to be losing from my savings. And on the other hand, if I change the 500 or 10,000 to pay my bill, then I will add more coins to my saving from the change. And so in no time it became a habit for me. It was just something that I loved so much. It became a habit, a daily lifestyle. The second step I decided to take in order to achieve my financial goals was to save more. And because I knew what my salary was going to be like, I already calculated how much I'm going to take out for rent, and I had an estimated idea of what my expenses would be. So I had a set amount that I planned to save monthly. Well, when I got my first paycheck, by the time I took out all my bills, I realized that I could save 4 times what I had planned to save. Well, mainly because I developed a frugal lifestyle when I moved here. So if something is not necessary, I'm not going to buy it. And because of that, I was able to save a substantial amount of my salary each month. The third plan I made was to manage my budget. Now, when you move into another country by yourself, it forces you to become independent. You're completely independent and responsible for every financial decision that you make. And so when I make my budget, I sometimes compare prices with that of my own home country, just because the currency is different and I want to see how much I'm spending. You know, it gives me that awareness of how much money I'm really spending. Also, it forces me to prioritize and eliminate the things that I really don't need and focus on those that are essential. If it's not adding value to my life, I don't need it. The next thing I decided to do was to become resourceful. So I had already established that I was going to do my own hair when I got here, because I had found out from persons that it was very expensive. And when I heard the amount that people pay to get their hair done, I decided that I was never gonna pay that. The amount of money that it cost could pay all of my utility bills and give me change. So doing my own hair was something I decided I was gonna do. I decided I did not want to own a microwave. It was not necessary. And I also decided I do not need a television. I have a laptop, I have a cell phone, I have an iPad. I can use either of the three if I want any information on news, if I want to watch a movie. So I was not going to invest in that. Another plan that I had put down in order to achieve my financial goals was how I would make my investments. Will I invest in real estate? Will I invest in stock? What plans do I have for the future? Am I going to stay in Japan forever or move to another country? Will I start a new business or will I be working for the rest of my life? All of those decisions I am able to make because I'm here by myself with no distraction. I can think clearly on exactly how I want to set up my investments for my future. The road to financial success is not comfortable and it's not a joyride. I had to make sacrifice to achieve financial stability. I gave up the comfort of my home, being with family, and the things that I really loved and enjoyed. All those things made me happy, but I had to choose. Stay in the comfort of what I know or pursue the things that I truly want. Now that you have heard how moving out of my comfort zone has changed the trajectory of my life, what will it take to change yours? What price are you willing to pay? Are you willing to work long hours or relocate locally or internationally? Sometimes the things that you want are outside of your comfort zone. So are you willing to move out of that bubble? These are the questions that only you can answer. If you found value in this content, then go ahead, like, share, subscribe, or even share the video. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.